Now let me give you another example of someone that took a while to sound like their own. I mean, he's still having trouble with it,
Okay.
but
Okay.
he's definitely coming on now. I
Mm.
know you heard of the white boy named NF, right?
NF.
NF. I know you heard of him, right?
It sounds mad familiar. Was he
He
like?
can't
Is he like one of the
he can't
ones who was like a battle rapper, or is he?
no. Now he's lyrical. He's lyrical. Don't get me wrong. He's decent.
Mm,
But when he came out around 2014, 2015, my first time hearing him, I was just like, he's all right, but he sounds too much like his favorite rapper Eminem. You know what I'm saying? Like
oh yeah, yeah, I
I
know
was like
exactly.
okay, I get it. You know what I'm saying? You're good, but you
But you are
gotta develop
definitely
your own.
borrowing your flow right now.
Right, right. He's definitely barring, but as he's come along, as he's come along, he's actually done a few tracks with Tech Nine, and
Yep. Uh
sounds
huh.
way different than his older
Then it's
stuff.
old shit.
He's
Yeah,
de-
yeah.
he's definitely getting to a point to where he sounds different and he's found his own style. But when you listen to a lot of his music, he's like, nah, that's him. You got to something got to change. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And
It's like
that's
you
where
need to
that's
make this you because right now it's just you sounding like somebody.
right, and that goes back to the point we made earlier. Like it's very hard to sound like to not sound like your favorite rapper. Like
Right.
When Kendrick Lamar first started rapping, he did not sound like he was from LA.
Definitely not.
That man sounded like Ludacris, and I was just like, oh, I
Oh
was like,
man, see
I was like,
that's the crazy part is that my first Kendrick album was Good Kid, Mad City. I went back and listened to Section 80 and some of his older stuff, but like
mm,
my introduction to Kendrick was I'm not even gonna say his peak because he went on to make Good Kid, Mad City and Damn and To Pimp a Butterfly. I mean,
yep, yep.
but my
Honestly,
introduction to
I don't
him.
even think he peaked yet. I don't
Oh
even think
no,
he.
definitely not. No, Kendrick still has miles to go. Like he has so much potential. But he's already so good. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
Right.
crazy. But at the time, like my introduction to Kendrick was him already in a very unique place. He didn't sound like anything else I had heard before.
Mm,
Um, and that might have been because of my lack of exposure, because I found him very early in my introduction to rap in general.
mm.
But even upon exploration, I have yet to find another artist who inhabits that same lane like Kendrick did. You know what I'm saying?
Right. For me, my introduction to him was through one of my mom's friends.
Mm-hmm.
Around the time I was eighth grade, he played "Overly Dedicated." This is
Okay,
2009.
I
No,
got you.
this 2010. It's 2010. Overly Dedicated came out.
Mm-hmm.
This is right before he released. This is oh no, yeah. This is before. No, this is way after because he released Overly Dedicated in '09, and then
Right.
Section 80 and 20. Yeah, Section 80 in 2010.
Oh, so that was pre Section 80. So yeah, that was
Yeah.
way before I got into it.
So my introduction to him was that, and my mom, one of my mom's friends played him. I wanted to listen to Lil Wayne because at the time he dropped Sorry for the Wait. No
Ooh,
Ceiling. He
yeah,
dropped
no
No
ceilings.
Ceiling.
No ceilings was
He
definitely that
dropped No
time.
Ceiling, and he played the song that he played was Barbed Wire. I think it was
Mm-hmm.
Barbed Wire, and honestly, it was very different to me.
Right.
And like my first time hearing it, I was just like, yo, like what the fuck is this shit, man? But then like as he kept playing that mixtape, and every time I heard Barbed Wire, I was like, yo, I was like, okay. I was like, I'm like 13, 14 at the time. I'm like, yo, like, yeah, I was like, yo, this shit rock.
Right.
But that was like my first mixtape I listened to him, and I didn't listen to him again until I came to Virginia, and that was around the time he had dropped Section 80, and that was 2011.
Got you. Got you.
He dropped Section 80, and ADHD was all on the radio. And I was like, yo, I know this dude. I was like, I know who this is. And then from there, I just became a huge Kendrick fan. I had to find like his older stuff. I had to find his older stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Had to. Like, and I came across Kendrick Lamar EP. And I have to
Okay.
say, Kendrick Lamar EP is probably his best mixtape in my opinion. But some people say overly dedicated only because the production behind it. Soundwave definitely snapped on that shit.
Right. Definitely.
But
Definitely.
Soundwave definitely snapped on that. But Kendrick Lamar EP is probably my favorite. It's only because of Vanity Slave. Vanity Slave is probably one of the most deepest rap songs that he's ever made, in my opinion. Probably top five.
Really. Really.
Vanity Slave is deep. Vanity Slave is pretty deep, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And Celebration is also a really good song. as he talks about a little bit of the a little bit of his a little bit of his stardom and
Mm-hmm.
how he feels about you know what I'm saying how he feels about his place in the rap game at the time.
Right.
A very uppity song. I wouldn't say like uppity as in like cute,
You
but
mean
like
like
very
upbeat
so
or
upbeat. Yeah, there we go.
conscious?
It's more upbeat. It's more upbeat than conscious.
Got you. Okay.
It's more upbeat than conscious, and I think people should honestly listen to that song to get a better understanding of Kendrick Lamar as a person and how he appreciates his work. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? That's really what I think. That's really what the song was about. Celebration. You know what I'm saying? I need the world to celebrate. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
And then he goes one time. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta celebrate your own success, and that's what he did with that song.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was to a point to where he's like, yo, I need to celebrate my own success. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Because if I don't enjoy it now, I may not get a chance to enjoy it later.
right, right.
Because
So
so
that
many times you'll see people who are in this industry meet tragic ends, and they never even got a chance to enjoy the fact that they were where they were.
right,
It's like either tragically cut short or something happens and they're no longer able to live in that moment. So yeah,
right,
it's important to be aware of where you are and then take stock of it. Be honest with the fact that you are happy about where you are. It's important, definitely.
right, right.